Some might say it's too early to set up for Halloween. And you'd be right, unless you do a light show.
Here I'm showing the 2x4s that are used to support the arches. Some are the vertical ones, and then some are the horizontal ones. And so it's going to take, there's 4 arches. So I got 4 horizontal, and each horizontal has 2 verticals. Some are shorter than the others. As you can see in this video, there's the windows, and the windows come forward. And also in a video coming up here how I support those, but I have a cement tile roof, so it's layered. I have to be careful how I step on it. You never step on those tiles right in the middle. They have to be on the sides and bottom of the tiles to support your weight best. But all these boards get put together with either construction screws, outdoor construction screws, like for a fence, or in this case, I think I just use internal screws. It's only seasonal, so if I need to, I can change them out. These have been, these have supported well in high wind conditions. At first, when high winds were hitting, I would worry that the arches would somehow fly up or something, but they stay pretty solid. And right here, I screw them in a little ways to kind of try to pilot them through and get them through the existing holes. So I lift up, I see where the screws are sticking out, and then I put them in. Because I use these year after year, and I've been using these since 2023, so this will be their second year, or third year. 23, 24, 25. Sorry. And I think I actually put these in wrong. I'm flipping them back over here. Is the bars that support the arches, they actually need to be on the inside, so where the space is largest to connect to the supporting rings of the arches. So yeah, I just had to flip them around. Takes a lot of work. There's a lot of screws. There's a lot to do with putting this all together to make sure those arches are properly supported in windstorms. And we do get them, even though Ventura County, Ventura, California, it's gonna get pretty windy. There's a little bit of wind blowing right now, but in the coming months, there are some times where it gets pretty bad. So there, I finished that. Now I'm getting up on the roof to tie the support ropes. I use, I would say, probably medium um, strength nylon rope. Pretty good stuff. Paracord, so some thick like paracord, and I have eye bolts up there. So eye bolts for each vertical board, and so there's one all the way to the right, and then there'd be 2 at the window for the 2 boards that go up at the window, and then there's 2 in the middle where that middle window is, spread out a bit because around where the arches are, and then 2 at the window, other window on the left, and then another eye bolt all the way on the left. And when I tie these down, I also do zip ties. I'm using a slip knot for a setup, and I try to get it as tight as possible, and then any excess rope I zip tie so that it doesn't come on, just so the slight chance that it might come undone. And here's me putting up one of the arches. My apologies. Apparently my camera died when I was doing the other three, so this is really the only one. It's only me putting these up. I think the first year I had my brother-in-law over and he was offering to help, but it's not too bad to do it on my own. They are a little heavy and it's awkward, but I managed. So I lay it down and then I have to just prepare the conduit anchor that holds them in place. There's one on each side. And then also make sure that I have the tools I need to tighten the support bracket that are for the ring that goes around its conduit, the half-inch conduit that's bent into a U shape that supports the arch material. And I believe I'm using another type of conduit hanger that clips onto the support of the arch. Then pretty sure 3 1/4 inch conduit that is crushed at the end and drilled through for the hanger.
Here we go. So I got the arches up and the window outlines. You can see that. There we go. We got 4 arches up. 2, 3. So I think I started around maybe 3:30 or so, and I just finished at 7 o'clock, just getting up those 4 arches, the wood supports that they go on, and those window outlines. It's just the window outlines, it's easier to get them up there before I put the arches up, so I got those up, the 2-bedroom window outlines, instead of trying to get them over the arches. And then tomorrow I'll do some icicles that go around that upper, the upper roof, go on the front of the upper roof. And then I've got more that go, oh, my hands are all dirty, that go around on the eaves here too. It's a lot of work. I'm all sweaty. All right, show's coming together. 2025, yay! So this is the Culp controller that I use for those arches. It also controls some other things, but there are 2 ports on that controller that are specifically used for 2 differential controllers, each with 4 ports. Then here I'm showing you the network adapter that's used for that controller. It's a USB to Ethernet adapter.